All right. I have this background blurry for when I am teaching. I mean, when I'm on work calls, so it's funny seeing it like this since I'm usually on my other computer. Anyway, we are going to get started. I want you to meet me in an all four position. We're going to do a decent amount of floor work today, ease ourselves back into things. You can stick your balls on from the start if you'd like to. And you're just going to stay in that cat cow stretch for a second for me. Really just thinking about letting that belly button fall down to the mat, looking all the way up, and then tucking that tailbone under. Bear with me. I'm going to change this background more talking. So, what I want you to think about right here is that nice big lift all the way up. And then as you drop that belly button down, you're going to look to see where that ceiling meets the wall. Give me just a couple more seconds here, taking that big inhale and that big exhale. There we go. And then I want you to spine that nice neutral spine. You're going to start extending that right arm, left leg, coming back to center, left arm, right leg. Good. So as you reach, I want you to find that full extension, hold at the top, and then bring everything back to center. Really thinking about that balance as you're reaching. Belly button is pulling all the way in. Arm reaches long and strong. You're here for about 30 seconds. So all I want you to think about is that big reach, extend, and then as you set that down, you're switching sides every time. Shoulders stay relaxed, belly button is pulled in. You've got about 15 seconds left. Big extension and release. Coming back to center and then switching out those arms. Take your time here. Watch what your belly is doing. Keep everything pulled in nice and tight. Final 5, 4, good. 3 and 2. On 1, come back to center for me. I'm going to have you walk yourself back into that plank position just to set yourself up. You're welcome to come back down to your knees. You have 30 seconds of push-ups. Down on the 2 count. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower on that 2 count. Exhale, press and lift. I want you to get your chest down to that mat, but I also want you to know you're in your warm-up. As you inhale to lower, exhale, really extending out through those arms. Don't lock out those elbows. 15 seconds to go right here. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you squeeze to lift all the way back up. You've got it. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you squeeze. Final 10. I know, long first set. 8 and 7. I want everyone to find a child's pose in 6, 5, good. 4 and 3, 2, all the way back. Find that child's pose. We're going to get into it after this, but I want you to open those knees nice and wide. Really set that intention for today. Wiggle those fingertips all the way back to that top of that mat. Sink your butt back towards your heels. Hold there for 5. Now's that moment. If you want to stick your balls on, you'll stick your balls on. We're going to start in our abs. So go ahead and come on to your butt for me. And then I want you to extend all the way out. So when you extend those legs, you get one more little bit of a stretch. Arms come up overhead, legs come down in front of you. Perfect. And then you'll flatten those feet out and you'll bring those hands behind your head for me. I want you to go into that 2 count up, that 2 count hold, and then lower down. So really think about this as just that basic crunch. It's a 2 count up. I want you to try to get nice and high here. I want you to keep your elbows extended. As you lift up to the top, when you're at the top of that range, think about pulling that belly button down towards that mat, pressing your feet into the ground, and lifting up 1 inch higher before you come all the way back down. Good job. From here, you have about 10 seconds, all the way down, all the way back up. Beautiful. You're going to meet me at the top of your range in 5 counts. I want this slow. I'm just warming everything up. 4, 3, good. 2, hold at the top for me right here. Reach your hands towards your ankles. Tap left ankle, right ankle. So we're getting the top of those abs. Now we're getting those obliques. So you tap left, tap right. I need you to stay up nice and high, looking right between those legs. 10, 9, good. 8 and 7, you've got it here. 6, and that's 5, good. Tap 4 and 3. Last 2, come back through center here. Bring hands behind your head. lower down for that hint of a break, lift right back up, reach your hands back towards your knees, float those legs to tabletop for me, lift those toes up towards that ceiling and start tapping those ankles. Tiny little taps all the way up. You're in your lower abs now. So we're just going down that midsection. 15 seconds here. Again, if you ever have an issue when you want to put your hands behind your head for your taps, you can, or you're reaching up nice and high, give me that tiny little tap for 10, 9. You're going to grab that left knee, bringing it in towards your chest, extending that right leg in 5. Keep tapping. 4, 3, and 2. Grab that left knee, extend that right leg, go into your switches. Switch. Good. Switch. You're pulling that knee in towards your chest, lifting up 1 inch higher every time. 10, 9, switch. 8, good, switch. You've got 7 and 6. Hands come behind your head. You're headed right into your bicycle in 5, 4, hands behind your head in 3 and 2. Keep switching. Now twist right elbow towards left knee, left elbow towards right knee. Good. You've got this. 2 changes and a break. Keep twisting. You're in those basic movements. I know you know your bicycles. As you bring that right elbow towards your left knee, I want you to come up 1 inch higher, trying to get that elbow past your knee, not just tapping it. 5, good. 4, you're there. 3 and 2. On 1, come back to center, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down for me. Extend those legs nice and long. Hands reach up towards the ceiling, alternating via lower down, exhale, squeeze to lift, lower down, exhale, squeeze to lift. You have 1 change left, and it's a Russian twist. Take the big inhale here for me, and then exhale, lift all the way up. As you head into that Russian twist, I want you to sit up fairly quickly. You're there in 8, in 7. Don't give up on it. 6, keep lifting. Exhale and inhale here for 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Everybody sits all the way up. Heels come down. Toes are going to be lifted. You're going to reach towards the front of that room. And then I want you to start to tuck your tailbone under. Hands come to prayer. You twist left side, right side. Lean back here. Try to get those elbows towards that mat as you're just twisting from side to side. Good. 30 seconds and you're out of it. You'll sit all the way up and we'll find that Indian style position. You're there. Final 15 and twist. Twist. You've got this. 10, 9, good. 8 and 7. You're right there. 6 and 5. Final 4, 3, 2, on 1. Sit all the way up for me. Reach hands up overhead. Face those palms in front of you, and then just lean forward. Find that stretch in your lower back. In those hip flexors, good. Those IT bands, and then you're going to walk your hands all the way back in. Take that big reach one more time. Up overhead, grab that right wrist, pulling it over to that left side, and then that left wrist over to that right side. Nice job right here. I want you to go ahead and bring your feet back behind you one more time. Find that all 4 position. You're going to tuck those toes under, lift those hips up, and then start to walk your feet to your hands, hands to your feet. And then you're going to roll yourself all the way up to the top. You're not here long because we've got a nice long on the floor series today. But I do want you to stand up for me because we're going to get those legs a little bit warm. Bear with me in a nice little lunge series. I'm just moving this around, see where I want it to be. Here we go. Nice and bright in here today. So I want you at the top of your mat. We've got a little bit of a lunge series to start. I know you can't see my face. I want you to step back onto that right side, lift and tap on the top, and then give me that curtsy lunge. So I do want you standing up. You're giving me a reverse lunge, and then that curtsy lunge. You stand right back up at the top. Good. Reverse and curtsy for me. Take your time in these lunges on this right side. What I want you to think about as you're here, drive that leg forward. Start giving me that knee lift at the top. Drive right toe back, knee lift, curtsy lunge, big knee lift here. Good. Think about as you're driving through that left heel, that right leg is what is moving, but you're still putting pressure on that left leg that is that stability leg for you. Now I want you to ditch the stand. So I want you to go into your reverse lunge, step into that curtsy, and then mat, you can stand up. So you're ditching the stand in between. You're going to give me a reverse lunge right into that curtsy lunge. So when you're there, then you stand back up to the top. So give me that reverse curtsy, then you get to stand. So you don't get to stand in between. We're slowly ditching that. Nice job. 10 and 9. Make this deliberate. 8 and 7. In 6 seconds, there's no stand at all. It's just a reverse and a curtsy. You know these movements, just waking up and burning out those legs. Beautiful. In 5 seconds, you're going to ditch that stand. You're just going to go reverse and curtsy in 3, 2, 1. Reverse lunge, curtsy lunge, reverse and curtsy. Yes, you can. Reverse and curtsy. 20 seconds. Reverse and curtsy. You stand after this, so fight for it. Reverse and that curtsy. You just step and step. Stay low for 10. Stay low for 8. Yes, you can. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good. 2. On one stand all the way up, no break, right into that reverse on that left stand, curtsy, lift, reverse lunge, stand, curtsy, lift. Think about where that left knee is now going. Heart rates are going to start to come up. You're welcome to stay in prayer. Hands can stay on your hips. If you're going to add that knee lift in, think about how strong your top half is. Shoulders are relaxed and you're lifting up nice and tall. Good. In 5 seconds, we ditch that stand in between. You're only going to stand at the end. Reverse, curtsy, stand. Good. Change over to that reverse, curtsy, knee lift. If you want that knee lift, give me that knee lift. I'm fine with it. Just a basic movement to wake up inner, outer thigh and your quad. Take it seriously. Be deliberate. Inhale as you lower. Reverse, curtsy, stand. In 10 seconds, you're going to stay at the bottom of this range. Finish this warm-up, this nice little warm-up for your legs, I should say, this teaser, just to make sure that they're nice and warm as I bring you down to that mat. Go ahead and start getting rid of that stand all the way up. So you're just going to reverse and you curtsy. This is where you can find that small hinge forward and just burn out those thighs. Reverse, curtsy, reverse, and curtsy. Nice, nice and low, Jay. That looks good. I need 20 seconds from you. Here's where those legs should start to burn. Trust your body right here and really think about as you're pulsing down, you're making it nice and deliberate. You stand up in the top. You have one change left in 10 seconds. You're just going to alternate your reverse lunge to finish before we get back down on this mat here in 10, 9, 8, reverse lunge to finish in 7 and 6, keep fighting, 5 and 4, alternating lunges here in 3, last 2, stand all the way up, fire up those legs, don't stop. Right leg drops back, then that left leg. Find that sense of urgency as you're switching those legs out, really thinking about driving through those heels. You're either praying or you're using those arms, pressing those arms back every time you stand up. 15 seconds, that is it. Hands are going to reach up overhead. You're headed into a plank in 10, 9, 8. We'll get that heart rate under us in 7. In 6, you're right there. 5 and 4. Final 3, 2. Stand all the way up at the top of that mat. Reach those hands up overhead. Dive those hands down to the mat. Step your feet back. And I want everyone in a forearm plank in 3, in 2, in 1. Find that forearm plank and breathe. While you're in this forearm plank, I want you to reset that intention. Can you bring your inner thighs together, zipping up those legs, zipping up that rib cage, relax your shoulders. Shoulders are right over those elbows as you press into that mat. When you take that exhale, think about pulling your elbows towards your toes. Big inhale here, big exhale. I just need 10 more seconds from you. That's it. You're coming onto your left side. Big inhale and exhale here. 4, 3. Good. You get to drop those knees in 2. And then on 1, drop those knees and roll right over onto that left side for me. Left side is where we start. We got some really nice floor work for you. Leave your Balas on. If you don't have your Balas and you want to bring a weight with you, you can. For the most part, you're just going to go body weight them. No band today. I want you to make that nice 90-degree angle with that top leg. We are starting slow, but we'll get into it. From here, I want you to lift that top leg up. I want everyone to point through their toes. You're going to start tapping knee to knee, toe to ankle, knee to knee, toe to ankle. So we're going to keep focusing on that outer thigh as you're finding that nice dramatic rotation. Relax your shoulders almost like you're hinging forward here. Belly button is turned in, pulled in, excuse me. 10, 9, 8, and 7. Good. 6 and 5. Keep that knee down for me in 4. In 3. Final 2. Keep that knee pointing down. You're going to fully extend that toe up, bring that knee in. Fully extend that toe up. You have two options. You can bring it into your elbow, or you can keep bringing it in towards that knee. But I need that extension at that diagonal. Then pull that knee in. I'm going to move forward so I stop hitting this dresser because it doesn't feel good on my toes. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. 6. Don't worry about going straight up here. I want you to find that angle. 5. Add it together here in 4. Keep toes pointed in 3 and 2. On this last one, it's toe to ankle, knee to knee, full extension, pull back in. It's toe to ankle, knee to knee, full extension, pull back in. You should feel this migrating down the side of your leg right from the start because we got right into it. Think about that tap of that toe to your ankle, knee towards that knee, then that full extension and that squeeze. You're going to hold that leg out long and strong for me in 5, 4, good, 3 and 2. Last one, hold that leg out, freeze. Can you think about, are your hips opening up? Can you hinge them forward? Plug belly button in, press into that mat. Now you're just pulsing up an inch and down an inch. I need you to point through that toe. Find as much length as you can in the back of that knee while you're extended. Think about where you're squeezing here. That outer thigh, but belly button is still plugged in. I want you to think about what your abs are doing. Up an inch and down an inch for 8. Good. For 7. Yes, you can. It's 6. We're going to go into a full range tap in 5 and 4. Fire up this leg for me. 3 and 2. On 1, you bring that toe all the way down, lift and squeeze. Toe comes all the way down, lift and squeeze. Keep the front of your foot facing forward. Don't let it open up. 8, 7. Notice our pace, slow and controlled. 6 and 5. We've got 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. You're going to give me 3 pulses at the top of your range, and then you're going to tap it down. Another combo movement. 3, 2, 1. Tap toe down. You've got it. 3, 2, 1. Tap toe down. You have 2 changes left, just so you know where you are. I want this to be deliberate, 2 separate movements. You tap that toe down. You give me 3 really strong pulses at the top, and then you deliberately bring that leg long and strong before it comes back up. 8 seconds right here. 7, 6, 1 big movement, 1 small movement left, and 5, 4, good, 3 and 2. Last one, hold that leg up. You're going to bring knee all the way into your elbow, full extension, tap it down. Big movement right here. 1 change left. Knee comes in, full extension, tap down, lift and squeeze. You should feel this in your obliques. Outer thigh should be on fire, migrating down that thigh, in and out, tap and lift. Pull knee in and extend, tap, lift. You ready for that final hold? It happens in 5 seconds. You're going to want to drop that leg down. Don't do it. You've got this. 4, 3 and a hold, 2 and a hold, 1. Extend that leg and freeze. Extend that leg and freeze for me. Yes, you can. Take that top arm, and then I want you to reach it up an inch. Just reach towards that toe just so you can get into that pinch. Your bottom arm is still down, but I want you to reach hold. 5, reach hold. 4, good. 3, 2, on 1. Bring that leg down. Come right into your all 4 position for me. Right into that all 4 position. Drop elbows down towards the mat. Lift and squeeze. You're not on your wrists a ton today, so give me these 3 changes in between. You're in those forearm taps that you know. You got right into that all 4 position. Oblique started to talk to you there for a second. Lower down, lift and squeeze. Lower down, lift and squeeze. Yes, you can. Think about your triceps here. Your shoulders are right over top of those wrists. The harder that you want to make this, walk those wrists back underneath of those shoulders. 15 seconds here. 15 seconds. You got it. 10, 9, 8. Kathleen, those look great. 7 and 6. Think inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. Don't let your butt move. 4, 3. Good. 2. Back up to the top for me. Walk your feet back. Option to stay on your toes. Option to come to your knees. You're tapping left knee to left elbow, right knee to right elbow. Staying in those obliques for a second. Left knee to left elbow, right knee to right. I am fine if you are in a plank here. I am fine if you are on your knees. All I care about is the pinch in your obliques. I know shoulders are going to talk to you a little bit. Abs are working, but pinch and really fight for all of the warmth happening there. You have one change left between sides. I need 8 more seconds here. You finish with push-ups. Take your time, driving that knee up towards that elbow. 5, 4, good. 3 and 2. Last one, come back through center for me. Option to stay on those toes or those knees. Hand release push-ups. I need you to really squeeze between those shoulder blades as you lift those hands all the way up. Know that you're coming off of your wrists after this, so I need a solid 20 seconds in those push-ups. Good job. You're there. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep breathing. 6. Inhale as you lower, squeeze shoulder blades. Exhale as you press yourself up. 3. Get one more in. One more push up around these rooms. And then you're going to press back and you're going to come on to that right side for me. Come on to that right side. Quick transitions here. What I want you to think about is that nice 90-degree angle that you've created. I'm just going to turn my side a little so those legs can move. Lift top leg up. You're going to tap knee to knee, toe to ankle, knee to knee, toe to ankle. Slow it down again and really think about as you're tapping, you're finding that internal and that external rotation. Belly button is pulled in. You got it. Tap and tap. Nice. Reach and tap. You're there all the way down. Then tap that toe. I want you to think right from the start. What are you doing with that body? Are your shoulders stacked? Make sure you're not leaning back. It's a nice dramatic movement, tapping those toes. 10, 9, good. 8 and 7, knee to knee stays right there. 5 and 4, 3 and 2, knee comes down towards that knee, full extension. Bring it back. And you have 2 options here. You're used to me asking you to tap your elbow in that extension. You have the option to tap your elbow, the option to tap your knee. All I want you to do is think about that angle, that internal rotation and that extension. You're likely going to fire up fairly quickly here because you were stabilizing on the side before. 10 seconds. If you have your balls on, I know you're fighting through this. 5 and 4. We're going to put it together in 3. Yes, 2. Nice, Jay. Last one. You bring knee in. You tap toe to toe, knee to knee, your toe to ankle, knee to knee, full extension. Put both of those together. Do not rush it. If you rush this, you will not feel it. You bring knee to knee, toe to toe, knee to knee, full extension. You've got this. Every time that you extend that leg, I need you to exhale, thinking to yourself, how long and strong can I get that leg? Squeeze, and then you bring it back in. Don't feel like you have to rush this. We're going to hold that leg all the way out in 8, in 7, good. Slow, nice burn right here. 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Hold that leg out. Can you pull your belly button in? Can you press into that mat up an inch and down an inch? Your toe does not lead this. I need you squeezing your glute. You're going to feel a difference if you start to squeeze from that outer thigh and that glute versus lifting your toe up. 10, good. 9 and 8, 7 and 6. You guess you can. 5 and 4. Final 3 and 2 on 1. All the way down, lift and squeeze in that leg. All the way down, lift and squeeze with that leg. Perfect. Every time you lift that leg up, I want you to think, can I find a pinch in my obliques? As you're reaching, it's almost like you're lifting from that top half here. We're going to put both of those movements together. Make sure the front of your foot is still facing forward for me. You've got 8 seconds and we put it together. 7. I know this is long on each side, but really think about the length and the squeeze and the strength happening in your core. 3, let's put it together. In 2, leave that leg back up. I need 3 pulses at the top of your range. Then you tap your toe down. That lift is that nice, really big squeeze and contraction of your quad, pointing through the toe, finding so much length behind your knee. 3 pulses at the top to really find that squeeze in your glute, and then you drop it back down. You know that you have 2 changes left, so you're getting so close. I really want you to breathe through it. Keep that leg lifted, keep squeezing. Let's put those 2 movements together. So you're going to tap that toe down, lift it up, and then bring your knee in to meet your elbow, your other knee, come back into that extension. So thinking about the 2 movements from that beginning of the series as you really finish out this side. So full extension, tap toe down, lift and squeeze, bring that knee in, full reach. Every time that you extend that leg, think about how strong you are in that movement. Really big inhale, exhale, inhale, bringing me in, squeezing your quad. 10 seconds and you're in a hold. In 9, 8, 7, and 6. We're going to go into that hold in 5. I need that leg up nice and high. In 3, 2, 1, freeze. Find that leg height. Point through your toe. Point through your toe. Yes, you can. Just like you did on that other side. Take that top arm, start reaching it. And the reason I'm having you reach is I want you to just finish out that pinch happening in your oblique as you reach towards that ankle. Give me 6 seconds. Nice height, everyone. 5, look towards that toe. 4, coming right into your all 4. In 3, 2, 1, leg comes down, knee comes down, arm comes down. It's a quick transition. Last time through these 3 changes. Bring your wrist right under those shoulders. You're going to lower down and then squeeze your triceps to lift. Lower down, squeeze your triceps to lift. Every time that your forearms touch that mat, you are squeezing your glutes, squeezing your tries to come back up. So make sure that your glutes don't go anywhere as you're lifting, as you're squeezing. Perfect. Lower down, lift and squeeze. Really nice movements. Lower down, beautiful. Lift and squeeze right back to the top. Lower down, lifting and squeezing for 10 and 9. You know the drill. We're going into those knee to elbow taps. I'm going to set you up in the plank so you can either come to the meaty part of your knees or stay in that plank. In 3, in 2, on 1, tuck those toes. Option to come into your plank as you tap knee to elbow on each side. You can stay here or you can drop down to the meaty part of your knees, but I need you tapping same knee to same elbow. You should be able to feel that pinch. If you cannot feel the pinch, you got to drop to your knees because you'll just get into it a little bit further. Core, those look great. Abs look nice and strong. Everyone think about the inhale and exhale. Final set of push-ups happen. Final set of push-ups are coming your way. You've got it. 10, 9, 8. Keep staying in those. Push-ups are on deck. In 5, in 4. Good. 3 and 2. On 1, drop to your knees or stay on those wrists. I need everybody in their push-ups. Everybody in those push-ups. Yes, you can. I want either the 2 count down or the hand release. Hand release is what I want you to go into the second you feel like you're only coming down a couple inches. I need you to just get all the way down to that mat, squeeze your shoulder blades and press back up. 20 seconds to go right here. Breathe for me. You've got this. Every time that you take that inhale to lower, you think about that exhale as you lift. We're going to stand back up for just a couple minutes. So I want you to just prepare that you're going to be off of your wrists here in a second. You've got 10, 9, good, 8 and 7, 6 and 5, beautiful. 4. Can you find your forearm plank for me in 3 seconds? Find your forearm plank. You can get there right now in 2. Find that forearm plank just to even everything out. Spread fingertips out nice and wide. Glue those inner thighs together. Just 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds is all that I need from you. You're going to walk up to your hands and you're going to lift into your downward dog in 5, 4, 3, 2. Walk to your hands for me and lift into your downward dog. Really nice series. Start to pedal out those knees for me. Pedal out those knees. Walk those hands in and start to roll yourself up to the top. And then I'm going to have you grab for me those weights. We're going to go back into arms N, legs. So you're going to grab your 2s or your 3s for me. Don't worry that you can't see my face right now. I want you to have those weights in your hands. They're going to face your quads here. If it gets too much, focus on your legs. Just like you were doing in that first series that we kicked off with your reverse lunges. You reverse lunge, lift weights up nice and high to shoulder height. You come back down, you curtsy, you reach weights out to the side. So all you're doing is you're giving me a shoulder raise for that shoulder raise, front lift, and then you go into that nice T. Nice and control here. Once you get back into that groove, you'll start to speed it up here. One reverse lunge, one curtsy lunge. Good. One reverse, one curtsy. What I need you to think about is your shoulders here. Lift weights up as you step into your reverse lunge all the way back to the top, and then they come out to the side in your curtsy. Big inhale, big exhale. Every time that you stand up, I need you to squeeze your glutes, contract your abs for me. Yes, you can. Squeeze your glutes, contract your abs. You're going to come into a reverse lunge hold in 5. Stay in your reverse lunge hold. Arms are long and strong in 4, 3, 2. Hold for me right here. I want you to pulse your knee down an inch and lift your arms up an inch. Knee comes down an inch, arms come up an inch. Yes, you can. Knees come down an inch, arms come up an inch. 10 and 9. Stay slow and controlled. 8. Pulsing knee down an inch, pulsing arms up again. In 5. You hold for me in 4, 3. Beautiful. 2, 1. Freeze. Bring those arms out to that side for me. Hold your arms there. I want you to tap curtsy, tap reverse. Yes, you can. Tap curtsy and reverse for 8, for 7. Good. 6. Keep shoulders relaxed. 5, 4. Arms come down to your side. And 3, and 2. Find your reverse lunge. Arms come down to your side. Yes, you can. From here, I want you to give me a knee lift back into your reverse lunge. Arms just stay down to your side. You can bring your weights to prayer if you prefer. Last change on this side. Bring that knee down. Drive that knee up. 8 and 7. We switch sides in 6, 4, 3. Good. 2. Stand all the way up on 1. Give yourself a nice roll of those shoulders to the back of the room. Roll of those shoulders to the front of the room. We're going into that other side. Same thing. Left leg stands back. Arms lift to the front. Stay in the front raise. Beautiful. Stand all the way up. When you hit that curtsy lunge, arms come out to the side. So when you reverse, they reach forward. When you curtsy, they reach to the side. If you're running out of room, you can stay in that front raise. I'm fine with it. Big inhale, big exhale. It's small, but your heart rate is going to get up a little bit higher because you have arms and your legs moving here. You're going to stay in that reverse lunge for me in a second, but I need 8 more seconds. 7, curtsy with a squeeze, back to that top, reverse lunge with a squeeze. 1 more around the world right there with both, and then I want you to meet me in your reverse lunge in 3. Good. Reverse lunge in 2. Finish up wherever you are. Find that reverse lunge. Hold. Yes, you can. Turn your palms towards one another. Bend your elbows. Now you're going to punch the ceiling up an inch as you pulse that leg down an inch. Really thinking about straight down, pulling your shoulders away. 8, 7. Beautiful. 6 and 5. Good. 4 and 3. Extending arms back in 2. Extending arms all the way back. Perfect. All the way there. Hold for me. Drop your arms to your side. We're going into a bicep curl on this one to finish it out. So from here, what I want you to do is as you reverse lunge, you curl and then stand for me. Curtsy. I know I have you standing back up, but I want you to get that bicep curl in. Lower, lift, squeeze. Lower, lift, squeeze. It's a bicep curl. So as you come down, arms come up. As you stand, arms come back down. You have that reverse lunge with a knee lift. Arms are going to go to your side or in prayer in 5, 4. Good. 3. Arms stay down at your side. Give me that left side reverse lunge with a knee lift in 2. Stay in that reverse lunge. Reverse. Drive that knee up. Arms are now just down to your side. Reverse lunge. Think to yourself. Drive through that right heel. Drive that knee up nice and high. Yes, you can. You're going to stand all the way up for me. You're going to set those weights down. You're going into a body weight squat, or that bala weight squat, I should say, in 10, 9, stay in it. 8, heart rates are coming up. 7 and 6, you're right there. 5 and 4, 3 and 2, stand all the way up, set your weights down, heels turned in, toes are turned out. I need a body weight squat all the way down, lift, squeeze, triceps come back, lower all the way down, lift and squeeze, triceps press as your arms come back. You have 2 changes left in this class. So really hit that nice reverse lunge for me, lowering down, lifting and squeezing. I'm going to start making everyone log out and log back in when I'm hanging and waiting, so it doesn't take away from our time, but you should be fairly warm right now. Keep breathing for me. Lower down and then squeeze those glutes to lift up. Can you start giving me a heel lift at the top just to wake up those calves? So lower down and then really big lift and squeeze. Lower all the way down, really big lift and squeeze. You've got this. Everyone meet me at the bottom of your range in 5 and 4. We pulse in 3. We pulse in 2. All the way down at the bottom of that range, just up an inch and down an inch, up an inch and down an inch. You're headed into that forearm plank for me. A little shorter than I'd like it to be today because I was on a little bit earlier. So what I want you to think about right here is dropping down an inch and up an inch, down an inch and up an inch for 5 and 4, final 3 and 2. Everyone hold at the bottom, drop your hands down, walk right foot back, left foot back, come in to that forearm plank and hold on to it for me. Good. Take the big inhale, take that big exhale. This is where you hang till that finish line. We'll be at that about 37-minute mark. What I want you to think to yourself here is as you zip everything back up, we were slow and controlled in those floor legs today, but if you were really squeezing in those glutes and those outer thighs, you'll need a nice little stretch in those. Press those palms away. We'll step it up a little bit on Thursday when we are here at 6:45. Everyone take that big inhale. You know the drill at this point. When we stop and this cuts off, I want you to think to yourself, can I give myself 10 more seconds, 15 more seconds? Hold on to it. Take that big inhale, press that mat away. Your